16,891 on the Nifty, almost 1,600 points shaved off as far as Sensex is concerned. And look at the India VIX. Now that one is the only index which is up in the green, because that one has surged 20%, telling you the kind of nervousness and volatility that the Indian and the global markets are seeing. But it has been all about earnings, and we have earnings from Ashok Leyland also, which came overnight. The stock reacted negatively as the margins have come off by around 130 basis points on a year-on-year basis. We are now joined by the management of the company to make sense of the performance and the outlook going forward. Hi, good afternoon. First up, I wanted to begin by asking you about the margin picture itself, because we have seen the pressure come in the last few quarters. Going forward, do you expect it to recover on account of the discounting ebbing away, and what could be that timeline?
See, I think, the margins have been under a little bit of, pressure, but that is also because that's an industry phenomenon, because steel prices have, shot up significantly. The second, has been that the price realizations could not be compensated for the level of steel price increases that have happened because of, multiple of factors. That's how the industry operates. All of this will start getting better once volumes start to ramp up. Now, the most important thing I would say for you to notice is that volumes have been slowly growing quarter on quarter from Q3 or Q4 of last year, Q3 of last year. So once, the specter of COVID actually is behind us, you are going to see a lot of pent-up demand, coming up in the coming quarters. The second most important for us is we've just launched our CNG vehicle. We were slightly delayed on that. We have got a further slew of CNG vehicles to come. Once that happens, you're going to see a share of business also going up. So overall, I am positive that once demand starts to kick in, you are going to see a margin improvement on two counts. One, steel prices are going to come off. Pricing is going to be better. And with larger volumes, we will also see operating leverage coming in.
Sure, Mr. Mahadevan, that point is taken, but you're alluding to the industry pressures that we are seeing. What about the pressures that we are seeing at the company level? Because if you look at the market share, in FY19, your market share was around 33-34%, and that has come off. When do you expect to go back to those levels?
Well, we are targeting to achieve it as quickly as possible. I think it's a confluence of factors that we have to work on. See, the initial period where we had in Q1 of this year, and possibly even in Q2 of this year, where we did, see the market share come off a bit for Ashok Leyland. That was actually also because of a conscious effort on our side, because we did not want to push inventory into the dealers. It's very important that, we work closely with the dealers to ensure their viability. This is wholesale market share, you must remember. This is not retail market share. So if you start infusing a lot more, sales into the dealer pipeline, the market share will show a growth. But that's not that's not the healthy way of growing share of business. What we did was to ensure that, the overall pipeline is kind of, brought down, and then started to actually make fresh sales into the pipeline in Q3, which is why you saw the market share going up. And it has gone up further in the month of January to 28.8%. This is one track. We have also done a complete refresh of our distribution system, appointed, new dealers where we found that there was an opportunity or there was a gap in the network. The third thing that we're doing is our company, our teams, there is a dedicated team which is working with the dealers to improve their viability further, because that is, again, a very important thing. Our partners have to do well. Finally, I think the most important thing in this, market share journey is also to introduce new products, which we have done. So we have launched 4 variants, combination of multi-axle vehicle and tippers. Tipper demand is going up very well. We are very, very optimistic about these launches that have happened. The feedback has been excellent. The second one, the most important, is we just launched our CNG vehicle, the e-Comet, which we said that we will launch in the fourth quarter. Our product development teams have delivered much in advance. A few more variants are in the offing, and we'll see that because of all of this, because ICV segment has become very important, right? And in ICV, which accounts for nearly about 35% or so of the overall TIV, CNG accounts for nearly about 1/3 of the ICV business.
Mr. Mahadevan, what are the utilization levels of the fleet at present, and are you seeing any replacement demand?
See, it's very difficult to comment about the fleet utilization level because month on month it keeps changing. That and the freight rates keep changing because there's a lot of, there's a push and pull that keeps happening. But I would say that the replacement demand has started to kick in, and statistics tell us that the average age of vehicles, one of the I would say longest in the history of commercial vehicles, I believe in the recent times. It's anywhere between 9 to 9.5 years. So I think as the industry starts to grow and the core sectors start to grow, and there's a further demand for latest generation vehicles, because BS6 vehicles are far superior to the earlier variants, and then there is also a government push for carbon emissions. You are going to see a confluence of factors which will start to kind of spur demand, and when that happens, you're also going to see replacement demand kicking in, because the age of the vehicles today are they are quite old. I don't see a situation today at Ashok Leyland. We don't see a situation where you will have BS1, BS2, BS3, BS4, and BS6 all running together.
And finally, you've won an order of 300 e-buses in Q3. What's the size of this order, and can you tell us when you're going to begin delivery? And are there any other orders like this in the pipeline?
Actively pursuing orders in the EV space. EV is a very important initiative. Of course, it's housed under Switch. We are waiting for regulatory approvals for, after which we will announce the e-mobility as a service platform, where we are also offering a very unique solution where customers, the customers have a pay-per-use per kilometer. And it's a very unique model. It's an end-to-end solution that we're trying to offer in Switch, both in UK as well as in India. UK is looking at addressing the European markets. The Switch has just set up a facility, is on the verge of is just going to set up a facility, has announced the setting up of a facility in Spain. And that's going to be an important, facility for us to cater to the European markets as well. Well, the BMTC order is for 300 buses. We are looking for orders from other STUs as well and actively pursuing them because our products are pretty relevant. And you will see more launches also coming in from the Switch table. The teams are working on it, to launch more LCVs, variants, as well as pods and, buses. A lot of product development activity is happening.
Okay, Mr. Mahadevan, we'll let you go on that note. Always a pleasure having you on this